Oh, hello, and welcome to the podcast that no one wants to record at 2 a.m. I'm your host, Jimmy, along with only two hosts today.
Hello, I'm Sydney.
I'm Yoshi. I don't want to be here.
So this podcast was meant to happen on Friday at normal time, and then it got rescheduled to today, which is Saturday at 8, and then to 9, and then to 2 a.m. As you know, normal things happen. And so, yeah, here we are, back where we started, 2
Godzilla
a.m.
happened.
What do you mean back where we started?
Well, it's not Friday, but it's Saturday at the same exact time. And Tyler not wanting to be here.
Oh yeah, Tyler just dipped.
Hey, Sydney,
Yeah,
can we get a Tyler groan?
no, he's too far away. I'm not crawling out of here.
Okay.
I'm in my own storage area. I'm talking to a stone. I'll show you guys a picture.
And then, well, podcast, it wouldn't really help showing them a picture because it's a podcast.
No, I was showing you two.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we could incorporate that in the audio files.
What?
Just have a really disturbing moment and just have the picture in there.
Yeah, this is what my recording studio looks like.
What the fuck? That looks like a fucking camper.
It almost is, but it's cut into the wall.
Like that looks like a fucking underground bunker.
I mean, it's alright.
I got myself some lettuce for some ASMR.
I'm back at Minecraft.
Back to Minecraft.
I hope you guys like some ASMR.
All right, so I guess we're talking about music.
That is not what ASMR
It is ASMR music.
That's gross. So, what type of music do you boys like?
Let's not talk about music.
We gotta talk about what? You just want to dip on music? I thought we were gonna talk about this.
The podcast is going to shit.
Was it ever not?
That's it. I'm taking your guys' revenue.
What revenue?
What do you mean revenue?
I don't get paid to be here. Do you get paid?
No, I
People
don't. But
making
I'm taking
money?
your guys' revenue.
What is that, like my allowance my mom gives me?
It's mine now.
You're gonna force my mom to give you my allowance? That's not
50%
fair.
of your revenue.
I'm
It's
very
all
swag of
mine.
you.
Very Polk jump.
Pogo champ. All right, I'm gonna talk about punk rock now. All right, and you guys are gonna have to suffer.
And Streetlight Manifesto.
Streetlight. I love Streetlight.
Yeah, they're a pretty good band.
Very ska. Very, very ska.
Ska? What the fuck is ska?
How are you a fan of Streetlight but don't know what ska is?
Music is music.
Oh, you shut the fuck up with that presumptuous. Fuck you. No,
I
ska?
listen to Ailstorm. I consider it more comedy than metal.
All right, I'll explain what ska is then. Ska is like punk with saxophones, trumpets, and trombones. For a very, very basic explanation. That's
Okay.
basically Streetlight. So, to explain punk rock, it is obviously the mix between punk and rock, right? But the earliest punk rock bands that are credited with almost inventing punk rock are the Clash and the Queers.
Never heard of them.
Not the Queers. I'm sorry. I was thinking about "See You Later, Fuckface." It's a good song. All right. The Ramones. That's the band. I don't really like it. I don't really like the Clash or the Ramones. I feel like the Clash is kind of like classic rock with a little punk, and the Ramones is kind of just, I don't know. I kind of just don't like them. I'm more into the 90s, 2000s era of punk rock. That's like Rancid, NoFX, Bad Religion, MXPX.
I've got no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, me either.
That's the fun of it, boys.
I know so fucking little about music, and I've taken band for fuck knows how long.
That was I think that punk rock is the greatest genre ever. I love how unique it is. But that's just me. If you don't like it, I don't care. That was my thing about punk rock. I've been waiting to do that for so long.
Why?
Why? Because I love talking about punk.
Well, everyone has the things they like talking about, like, things, I guess.
Is yogurt a solid or a liquid?
It's a liquid.
Yogurt is quite obviously a liquid.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? Yogurt's kind of a solid, though.
Does it
Like
fill
stays
the area of a container that you put it in?
but it stays together. Like it holds up when you pick it up with a spoon, so it's kind of a
Well,
solid.
okay, water.
With a spoon.
Yeah, but when you pick it up, it stays together.
No, it drips.
It drips, but it mostly stays together. It's like Jell-O.
Yeah, so does water. That's called atomic bonding. That's why water is wet.
I know what it is, but it stays together.
Yes, so
like
does
a
water.
solid, but it doesn't automatically fill any container it's put in. Because
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you're eating bad yogurt then. That ain't no yogurt. That's rotten. You need to get your yogurt checked out.
But it's not exactly like a liquid, though. It's very. I think it's like a state between liquid and solid.
That's what Jell-O is.
Yeah, it's like Jell-O.
Yeah, but Jell-O's actually a liquid because at room temperature it's a liquid.
I know what
you have to keep it cold.
Everything's a liquid at any point. That's bullshit. You guys ever think about how weird cheese is?
It's
No.
molding milk.
They left milk out for a while.
That's not molding, that's just souring.
Like in a container. And then, like in the sun or whatever, and then to a certain point it became solid. And they ate it anyways, and they're like, this shit good though.
And then someone grew mold on it and called it blue cheese.
And that person deserves to die.
It's like, yes, what a delicacy. Let's eat mold on curdled food.
It's better than that one cheese that's maggot poop. You don't want that.
Oh man.
That one's gross. That one's kind of fucky wucky, as they say.
Wookie. This podcast does not have the same vibe without Tyler here.
No.
I would agree.
Yoshi stays quiet. I'm usually like antagonistic almost to a point.
I'll antagonize you. You're going to jail. You look ugly. Yeah.
I'm going to jail. I know this already. Come on. Only a matter of time before. It's only a matter of time before they find my stash.
Of what? Your fucking image collection of whatever the fuck that guy's name, Envy.
That's right.
What are you? A Canadian?
A collection that powerful is illegal in many states, including Ohio.
Well, you live in North Korea, don't you?
No, I live in...
That's why we have to record this podcast at 2 a.m.
Recording at theoretically 2 a.m. for me in North Korea, or 2 a.m. for you guys, theoretically not in North Korea.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Which one? Which one?
We all live in North Korea.
We do?
This is our outcry. Help. We also speak perfect English in North Korea.
Yeah, we kind of just like picked it up.
Casually, as one does. We don't speak Korean.
Yeah, we kind of just never spoke Korean.
We just kind of live under the sewer.
This is true. Yeah, we have internet connection down
Them
here.
Americans, they eat birds.
That's why Sydney's place looks like it does.
You think I can get a place that nice in the sewers?
And they eat
It
hot
looks
snow.
like it's from the sewers.
It's actually quite comfortable.
That
You
So are the
jackass.
sewers.
No, that it looks like some shit straight out of a fucking movie. Oh, you deleted
I'm gonna-
the image.
I'm gonna ping you
Oh.
now.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Oh, I know
No.
why.
Ronald Reagan. For context, for all of our audio listeners, which is everyone, it's a picture of Ronald Reagan's face on a ray gun. Oh, that's hot.
Don't say that to Tyler's face.
That's just a picture of Tyler, by the way.
It's-
Tyler, like, weirdly smiling with his lips sucked in. And, like, yeah.
Ugh,
we
why do we
gonna
do this
post-
every 2 weeks?
We really should do this
Why do
every
we do
week.
this?
Yeah.
That's so hard to get everyone to agree to it. It's hard enough already every 2 weeks.
Who has ever disagreed?
Yoshi,
True. I have.
I'm sure you. Yeah, I think you have.
Tyler did this week.
Tyler, I feel like Tyler's the
did
one that
'cause he's
disagrees about
sleepy.
recording the most.
I would be sleeping if this wasn't in effect.
I might
Well,
be sleeping.
Guess what, Buckaroo? We have to do this. Why? I don't know.
Then why is Tyler not here?
Because Tyler
Because
needs
Tyler
it.
refused to get up, and I'm worried that he's gonna punch me in the stomach if I make him. He gets
It's
angry
worth it.
sometimes.
It's Tyler's podcast. We need to make it for him.
It's not
Yeah.
Tyler's podcast. This is everyone's podcast. This is communism now.
Yeah, it's the
No.
Evening Spaghetti podcast or some shit, right?
Midnight Pasta Party podcast.
Yeah,
MPPP.
podcast on Spotify, I think. I don't fucking know. Why
That's
would I
not
know
what
the
it's
name of it?
called.
It's not?
No, that's what our email is. Send us an email, please. We're desperate.
Or don't.
Or don't.
I've never checked our email.
Oh, I have.
I haven't either.
There's no reason to.
I don't know. We might get a sponsorship.
I have it registered under my phone, so I can just, I can just check when I want.
That's
Company,
good.
we should make a list of all the companies that don't sponsor like any individuals, and we just talk trash about them because we know
Oh,
we
yeah,
will
that's a
never
great
be
idea.
sponsored by.
We should just talk trash about companies.
But only companies that don't sponsor anyone. So we couldn't talk trash about like.
Well, I'm gonna find
Actually,
out right
I'm
now.
not gonna go. I'm not gonna do a list of companies we can't talk trash about. Instead, I'll do ones we probably can. I think we can talk trash about Coke because Matt
Coke
Pat.
does sponsorships. Fuck out of here.
They do?
I think so.
I think you're right.
Who the fuck does Coca-Cola sponsor?
Well, I'm gonna find out right now.
I know they sponsor big shit.
Yeah, fuck out of
No,
here. They do sponsorships. They're
but not
sponsored with
individuals.
iTunes, NASCAR, NBA,
That's not what I mean. You know what I
NCAA,
mean.
and the Olympic Games.
No, that's what I mean. They sponsor
They
big
do
people, not
sponsorships,
individuals.
though.
But not individuals.
I don't know.
Not
I'm looking at their
YouTubers.
website right now.
Yes, but that's companies. They
Hold on. I'll read it out to you, boys. Each day, our corporation receives a large number of sponsorship requests from individuals and organizations supporting worthwhile causes. We carefully review each request to see how they align with our community commitments and marketing strategies. Unfortunately, due to high demand, we cannot fulfill every request.
okay, but I know that Matt Pet has reached out to them apparently, allegedly, multiple times because of his Diet Coke addiction. You know that Sans' Nest
I don't
guy?
think they sponsor individuals, though. So
That's what
a
I mean.
no-go.
And for us,
Yeah.
that would be a no-go.
So, hey,
But
Coke,
we can't.
fuck you. I love you, but fuck you.
I'm not a big fan of soda. I like coffee. So if we can get a good coffee brand, Emphasis on good, not...
Nesquik. That's not a coffee brand.
That's not a coffee brand, you fuck.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
wait.
they can do... Hold on.
I probably
Does
shouldn't talk...
Nesquik do sponsorships?
I probably shouldn't have talked bad about Coke, because, like, they own all the liquid industry. There's like, yes, Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper.
How do you get sponsored by Nestle? I don't think they do individuals either. So Nesquik is a no-go.
Well, it's the company that's backing them is like the real thing.
Yeah, Nestle.
Because Dr. Pepper is Dr. Pepper Keurig, and not Fanta. Some tea brand. That's the name of it. Is the Dr. Pepper tea brand name.
Yeah, Nesquik, they do sponsorships, but only with, like, sports shit.
Yeah. It's like
Alright.
that one gas station that only sponsors NASCAR. It's like the official fuel of NASCAR or some shit. I'm not... By the way, this
Does
episode is
Microsoft
not
do
sponsored.
sponsorships? Yeah, not by anyone.
Well, I know Bill Gates has like appeared on some of Mark Rober's videos, and they have the
That's not a
Bill and Melinda
sponsorship.
Gates Foundation.
We're just trying to get sponsored by anyone at this point. Please, we'll
Well,
throw away
not
all of our
necessarily.
morals. Oh, no, I don't think they do with individual. Fucking hell. NASCAR Windows. What do you mean? NASCAR Windows 10. Is NASCAR owned by Microsoft?
I hope not.
We gotta find out. Hold on, open new tab.
I'm eating lettuce right now, by the way, guys, and I have a cup of
Is
very
NASCAR
hot water.
owned by Microsoft? I'm really hoping not.
That wouldn't make sense for their field.
Oh, they don't own. They're not. Microsoft doesn't own them, but they use some of their products.
Big whoop. Yeah, I would sure hope NASCAR would also buy like tire products. But then, because that is kind of weird. But whatever.
I'm waiting for my Nesquik X NASCAR sponsorship. Please make it happen. I want to see that fucking bunny on a race car.
I was listening to the Chuckle Sandwich podcast before we hopped on here. It's like, oh no, you're talking about other podcasts. I don't give a shit. Fuck, I forget where I was going with this.
You guys want to get sponsored by Wells Fargo?
What the fuck does Wells Fargo do?
I think they're a bank.
Oh fuck.
A lot of banks sponsor individuals. What the fuck?
I thought Wells Fargo was like clothes or something, right?
I know Geico has sponsored people. Because I remember listening to like Jerome ASF, like they were playing Minecraft and he was just literally the entire Minecraft thing was like, yes, car insurance. And he basically complained about like, yeah, sure, they gave me my sponsorship money, and he was like, hey, can I have a discount on my car insurance? And they said no. And he was like, well, that sucks. And that's what like he talked about the entire video.
Do we count as artists?
Sure. I don't know if this is art, but sure.
We're influencers.
Visual artists, writers, musicians, and other creative media that range between 2 and 4 weeks in length.
I could turn on my keyboard.
Audio artists.
The thing about recording this podcast at 2 a.m. is we can't do stupid shit.
Why not?
Because people sleep.
I don't.
Okay, people besides us that live with us.
There's no one else in my house right now. I could scream and no one would hear it.
People would wring my neck if I started singing and playing the synthesizer.
The whole idea of this was we record at 2 a.m. so we do stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's called complaining. Should I read the Spotify terms and conditions?
Oh my god, no. I had to read through that. I don't want to read through it again.
Hey, Sydney,
Listen to you read through it.
you sound like Submarine still.
Is this better?
I'm just Submarine and my name is Sydney.
Let's get sponsored by Gatorade.
Gatorade only sponsors sports stuff, right?
Let's get sponsored by Canada. No, I'm gonna take a screenshot so you can see that.
No, I think these things are definitely more company-based sponsorships.
It's just the fucking country of Canada.
Food sponsorship. Yeah.
Get sponsored by Minecraft.
This is my syrup tier list. This episode was sponsored by Canada.
Do sponsorships.
Lettuce.
Sponsored by Canada. Promote Canada by moving to Canada.
Oh my god. We can sponsor Canada.
We can sponsor Canada?
Sponsor Canada? Or we can get sponsored by Canada.
Oh shit. No. We don't live in Canada, never mind. And we're not 18 years old, so.
I wonder if Linus Tech Tips gets sponsored by Canada.
If anyone wants to give us money, this is the second time I'm saying this, but seriously, please.
Maybe if we checked our email, someone wants to give us money, like Honey.
Man, I check her emails all the time.
Honey, the free browser extension. That's all I'm saying.
Honey, if you're out there, our email is what is it again? The most powerful podcast on Spotify. But that's the full name. The actual thing is midnightpastaparty@gmail.com. No spaces, obviously.
And then we get a lot of fans harassing us.
Fans?
What are you talking about? There is no.
I don't know.
There's no one that listens to this shit.
Yeah.
But please, if there's any sponsors out there, that's our email. Please give us money. We really need it. We don't. Well, we don't, but please give us money. Anyways. State Farm, if you're out there, I love you. That's it.
Are you in good hands?
I'm like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Well, not there, because they don't sponsor us.
How long have we been doing this?
Like
Not long
20
enough.
minutes. Let's talk about the Patreon episode that happened. The last one we recorded. So imagine Sydney's mic is being even worse than it is now, and then I'm just not able to talk because on the last episode we probably published, my tongue had a cold sore, and by the time we recorded the next episode, it was like 2 days later, my cold sore had gotten worse, and I just couldn't fucking talk. I was fucking
Jimmy,
I don't think we published
if
that.
you have a cold sore, doesn't that mean you
I don't think we're going to publish that. That's why I called it the Patreon episode. Or also the worst episode we have ever recorded.
Yeah.
By far.
Some of these episodes are
even
really
the one
bad.
where you're complaining, I feel that one was way better.
Literally every single one we've done have been bad, but that one was the worst, and it wasn't even like the first.
Also, you would think we'd be getting better at this by now.
I think we are, but slowly.
The fact
very,
that Tyler...
very slowly.
Is it better or worse when Tyler isn't here?
I think it's worse. Honestly, I do.
I think we got used to the synergy, and then Tyler just died.
Yeah. There's a very certain no.
I really can't hear you.
I really cannot understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, you sound like you're dying underwater.
You think I'm not dying right now? It's almost 3 a.m. and I'm in a fucking storage unit in my damn wall. Look, here, listen. See that? It's a fucking box.
No, I think it's literally just your microphone that's the big problem.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just dying. So that makes it all the much worse. My mic isn't great, I know that, but it's better than it was.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
It's still terrible.
Oh yeah, it's still terrible, but it's better. So I think that's all that matters.
No. This is
Yes.
a podcast. You're supposed to have good recording.
You think I have
Gear.
$120 for a fucking mic?
You don't need that
Well,
much.
maybe if we had been sponsored, maybe we would have
Yeah,
that.
maybe if Wells Fargo would sponsor us, or maybe Nesquik.
How about a mic company that would sponsor us? That'd be an actual G thing to do.
Yo, that would actually
yeah.
work out pretty well, because then I'd be
That
like,
would be
yo, this is
awesome.
my fucking voice now. This is not shit.
All they would literally have to do is give us a mic. That would be the entire sponsorship.
Yeah, and then, you could hear the difference in my fucking voice.
Sydney, do you mind telling us what you use currently?
I use a shitty headset that costs $20.
And do you use normal auxiliary into your phone?
I do believe so, yes.
So that is one prong, not two prongs, one prong into their phone. For all you listeners, and definitely to no one else. But if that someone else is listening, something would be very nice. How we would get it, I have no fucking clue. Because we'd have to set up like a P.O. box or some shit.
We should set up a P.O. box. Or just give Tyler's address out. That works too.
No, Tyler would kill us.
That's fine. We should set up a P.O. box and just have nothing come into it.
Don't we have to pay monthly for a P.O. box?
Sponsorship.
I don't even know how sponsorship money transfers.
Don't you want to set up a bank account?
If I set up a bank account, it'd all be drained and put into stocks because with a bank account, our money would just be wasted sitting in there. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't make me your bank manager. But my mom was actually a manager, managed business. So yeah, weird, fun story. My mom took a shit ton of classes. She didn't go to high school, by the way. Instead, she opted in for GED, and she learned shit that was actually useful to her. Because my mom grew up Amish. Kind of Mennonite. Yeah. So she took classes, and she learned things like how to use a computer, and typing skills, and accounting, things like that. And she also got her GED. In high school, you don't learn that shit. But things my mom didn't learn about was things like World War II and World War I. I doubt she even knew who the fuck Napoleon is. Like last night, I had to explain to my mom. So there's this dude called Valino Mussolini. Yeah, I know you've heard of Hitler, but think of like Hitler's best country buddy, who's really bad at doing his job. That's who Mussolini was. Anywho, my mom doesn't know anything about like basic politics. Like she thought Hitler was a communist. He wasn't, fun fact. But my mom just doesn't know. It's not her fault because she just had a middle school education. But it's just weird to think about because things that to us seem so obvious are just like weren't taught. And it's like it's not her fault.
Fun fact, there's a difference between communism and fascism.
Yes. One is more right, one is more left. Theoretically. Stalinism is dictatorial, and Hitler's fascism is also dictatorial.
Correct.
But the way shit runs is different.
Marxism is what was supposed to be.
The audio here is
and
awful.
Then they kind of just shit on it. Thanks, Russia.
Alright, when can we end this?
Viewers, I hope you're enjoying our misery. Because we aren't. If you're a viewer listening to this, tell us what to talk about. Now, how will you do that? I don't fucking know.
We have an email.
We do have an email, but that would mean viewer interaction, and viewers don't want to do that. Sydney, we cannot fucking hear you. Okay. So now what?
We end it.
Thank you all for coming out to the